Hi, Van. Hi, Ghassan. It's really great to be here with you. I think we have quite a topic to discuss about. I've been hearing a lot of talking about SASE, this concept that Gartner introduced, and pretty much everyone is talking about it. So I would like to hear from you, perspectives from Americas, from Latin America. So first, why do you think there's so much going on with SASE, this word? Is it something that has to do with COVID, or how do you see it?
So, great question, Juan. Good to see you today. So, guys, let's talk about what SASE is. That's SASE, right? Secure Access Service Edge. You're right, correct, Juan. This is a term coined by Gartner. And it really does cause a lot of confusion. It reminds me of the term cloud several years ago. Everybody was wondering, what is this cloud we're talking about? Here we are talking about SASE. Well, this is the combination of bringing together networking, secure networking in the cloud, whatever type of transport it may be from a networking perspective, as well as security technologies moving into the cloud, becoming a unified and seamless architecture that allows corporations to be much more flexible and dynamic in their networking and security decisions. This is really being driven because of the transition to clouds, right? If we think about where corporate networks have evolved to, everything used to be home run to the data center, and it was inside the firewall of the corporation. But today, with the many services and many cloud offers, the network patterns have changed, and a lot of traffic is destined towards the internet, towards cloud service providers, and a new architecture is needed to make sure that not only the connectivity is there so corporations have their applications available, but that they're secure because we're no longer constantly inside the perimeter of the firewall. And this integration is going to be is a key term that Gartner has used to describe the combination of these technologies so that this evolution can continue in a safe and secure way.
So they're naming conversions that didn't start a year ago or didn't start with COVID, but it's a consequence of a longer term transformation, right? That's how it sounds.
Yeah, everybody thinks that, oh, this must be something new because it came out, the term came out about when the pandemic began, but it's not. It's an evolution that's been going on. The transition to the cloud has been going on for many years now, but the pandemic situation, which forced many corporations to move all of their employees to home, work from home environments, and needing to secure those, everyone moved outside of the firewall very quickly. And so the interest in SASE and the combination of transport and security coming together in a cloud-based solution really escalated. So while it has been accelerated a little bit, Juan, based on the pandemic today, it is a longer-term journey and trend that we're seeing that is the evolution towards the cloud and how we secure it. Now, it's an interesting question that we have here because I have a lot of people asking me, well, how do I turn on SASE? And my recommendation right now is that don't turn on SASE. It's not a switch that we flip. It's an architectural discussion that we need to have. And we need to understand how it best fits your business challenges and your business needs and how we can bring the evolution of this technology to bear for you. There are many flavors and versions of SASE as you look under the cover. In fact, I believe that Gartner describes 5 different use cases of SASE and configurations that are available with the technology and the capability. I'm proud to say that Cisco is ready to have a discussion about all 5 of those and make sure that we're applying the correct architecture and model to your business based on where you are in your evolution towards the cloud and what percentage of your business is still in your data center, how you are architected to do business. We can apply SASE in the most effective way to your business today and continue that journey as your evolution continues.
So it looks like it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. And Ghassan, do you think, as you look into Latin America, do you think in Latin America we are on the same page, on the same trend, the same level of maturity as in the States or globally regarding SASE?
Thanks, Juan. Thanks, Van. I agree. I think we are. I think the journey that Van is describing of SASE, it's for us, is even more important to be adopted. It's being adopted because SASE brings to us another word, which is democracy, or is democratic for the customers, right? So in the SASE way, we can offer the same level or the same quality of security services to different type of customers with a different license, with a different way of consumption. So if you think in security paradigm, right, for many years now, we have to invest more. We have to increase the investments in new firewalls, in new technology of security, and we are always behind. In Latin America, this is even worse. The cost for us for investment in cybersecurity is getting higher and higher, and we are in the capacity of defense is not so prepared or so adapted like we expected. So we are investing more, but we are suffering more. So adopting SASE, this is happening in Latin America. Answer your question, Juan. This is happening already in Latin America. But adopting SASE brings to us another way to increase the level of security and also controlling the OPEX and the CAPEX and investments in long term. And using security in a different way, not in just one shot, but consuming and changing, evolving together with the threats. So I think, yes, we are in base. Yeah.
And I liked that concept of democratic security very much. And I think it has to do a lot with the essence of providing services from the cloud, which makes it more accessible for small companies and large companies. And that brings me to another key point, because many vendors are telling their customers, oh, we have SASE here, SASE there, and it's all cloud-based. So where does the difference resides when we talk about a cloud offer? Are all cloud offers made equal? How, for instance, do we differ as Cisco from other vendors?
If I may take this first, that's a perfect also comment, Juan. It's an important point regarding SASE, the cloud evolution, right? When you talk about security as a service model or provide services through the cloud, it means brings to us different KPIs, brings to us different metrics, right? One of those is latency, experience, business resilience, right? What happened if we lost one data center in one part of the world? So what happened with Cisco, since our first product offer many years ago, Cisco is always focusing on customer experience and is always focusing on to deliver the best quality of services to our customers. So what he did at Cisco, supported by our worldwide organization, was to create a local infrastructure in terms of cloud. It's not a local data center isolated from the rest of the world. No, we have in Latin America an extension of the cloud services provided in a worldwide level. So we are part of this big cloud services provider that we are working in a worldwide level. And with this type of solution, we are delivering to the customer a better latency, a better experience. And if something happened here, we have a SLA, a process to deliver this to the different data center in a way that the customer is transparent for the customer. It's totally different of many services that are being offered here, just saying that's a cloud offer. Providing just basically servers inside of data centers without an alignment, without a process of business resilience.
So we could fairly say that we recommend any customer to really dig deeper into the actual architecture that a vendor has, the investments that have been made to make an actual offer. And Vann, let me ask you something about how did we get here at Cisco to lead with the SASE offer, and where are we heading looking forward?
Yeah, I think you asked two questions there. One, I think that they're really important for customers to think about, spend a few moments thinking about, right? You're going to hear a lot of companies out there pop up and say, oh, I have a SASE solution. Here it is, right? And good, they do. But is it the one solution that they have? The question is, how do you apply that as an architecture to your business? And I'm proud to say that we at Cisco have seen this game before. This is a merger of networking and security coming together, right? It reminds me of many years ago when Cisco brought together data networking and voice networking, which are now fully integrated for most of our customers out there today. We have seen this merger happen before, and how do we go about bringing the years of experience today? How do we merge these technologies together, make them more effective, give you the control and visibility, as well as an architecture that keeps you flexible for the future? Now, if we sit down and have a conversation about SASE with you from Cisco, we're not going to jump right into our technologies. We're going to talk about an architecture and the use cases that best fit what you need to do as a customer. As I mentioned earlier, Gartner describes there are 5 key use cases for SASE today: SD-WAN, firewall as a service, secure web gateway, CASB, zero trust network. These are unique use cases that can be utilized by different customers in different formats, depending on the structure of their business and the connectivity that they're trying to achieve. I think it's really important because you're going to hear other vendors probably say, I have a SASE solution, and it's going to be one of those use cases. But what if you need multiples? What if you need to merge and transform over your SASE journey? And that's the key, I think, that Cisco brings to you. We'd love to have that architecture discussion and talk about the journey that we can help you on. And it's the same journey we've been helping customers on at Cisco now for 30 years in networking and security.
Yeah, I completely agree. And to conclude, and what would you, Vann, what would you, Ghassan, tell our customers to do? What should they do now? What's the next step for them?
You know, Juan, one of the things our customers should consider doing right now is this integration of the networking side of the house and the security side of the house. It reminds me again of what happened with data and voice. And I encourage our customers out there to begin to think about what this means to them and their organization. How do they come together? Because these departments have been able to make siloed decisions in a lot of ways up until now about what is security and what is networking. As these come together, it's going to be imperative for our customers to begin to think about what is the organizational structure, the decision structure that lets these two come together and begin functioning as a single entity. The technology is going to deliver capability as a single entity in the long run, and your organization needs to be prepared to be structured to support that technology as it evolves towards them.
And Vann and Juan, I think I'm going to take perhaps a little longer to answer, but I think it's important. I think, Vann, looking to Latam, looking to US, looking to the worldwide investments way, right? We usually hear our trend is to look to just 1, 2, 3 months ahead. I think with the pandemic thing, we learned that we reach a very complex momentum in the history, in the economy, in the lives. And if you have one thing that we can say for sure is the future ahead of us is good. We reach a very bottom level, and we're gonna from now on increase the recovering model in a worldwide level. It means that we're going to have more investments, we're going to have more people returning to work in a different ways. And of course, in cybersecurity means more threats. If we learn one thing in this pandemic thing is, let's try to do, in Latam, Juan, let's try to make the things right. Let's take the right decision right now. If you know, now we know that pandemic things, it's possible to happen. Like we pass in the next 9 months. Something could happen again, something similar could happen again in the next few months. What are you going to do different? In my opinion is, let's try to think about it. If you're going to have a growth in the economy, if you're going to have a growth in people working from home in a different ways, what is the best design that Vann is describing? What is the best decision that I have to make it? If we need to talk, let's talk. If we need to bring some other interlocks in your company to have a discussion, not just security guys, but financial guys, the human resource guys, let's have this conversation. We have several examples in our lifetime here in work that make us think, right? The ransomware threat in a worldwide level was one alert. Now pandemic thing. How to take the best decision, in my opinion, is having a good conversation with companies like us, our partners, our customers, why not, right? Understand what they did in the US, what they did in Canada. So that's the thing. One, if I may say one thing in Latam, I think we need to look forward in the future. It's a promising future. Let's make the right investment right now.
Absolutely. So to sum up, I think we need to alert our customers, our listeners to be cautious. Don't take accelerated decisions before really understanding what's behind the surface or below the surface. And at the end of the day, it's about having the right conversations and making educated decisions. Thank you so much, Vann. Thank you, Ghassan, for being here and having this conversation. And we hope that this could be just the starting point to make an individual conversation with each customer and share experiences for them to make the right decisions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.